Well, one thing that you have that a lot of comics don't have is you got that hustle, man.
Yeah.
You got that hustle. You got that grind. One thing I will say, when you were doing the taping for Netflix, you were here at Room 808, working on your stuff, running your material, setting up the little camera while on Netflix.
Yeah.
You know, and like one of the biggest platforms in the world, being seen by millions of people, and you're here grinding it out.
Yeah.
You know, in front of like 40, 50 people on a Wednesday or whatever it was, or Thursday, and like that's something that's been. But I've noticed that well before you got the taping, you've been on fire the past 2-3 years here locally in DC.
Yeah, the local stuff's been going really good.
Which caught me not by surprise, but I've known because I'm not around.
Yeah,
so I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, because you're out doing your own thing, and then you come back, and it's like,
and I'm like, wait, Winston Hodges is the guy? Like, how did that happen? You know what I mean?
Dude.
But it caught me. It was one of those moments. I'm like, whoa, like, because sometimes when you have this impression of a comic when you first saw them or when they're around,
and if you're not around, that's all you remember, and you forget like, oh, it's been years.
Yes,
because you're just like, oh, it's just the last time I saw that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Not like, oh, it's been 3 or 4 years. Like, oh man, he's been out. Yeah, man, I've always tried to work hard, man. And like spaces like here and like the other spots around town where it's like you can not only work on stuff, but like the crowds are really good. And so like you're getting a good feel of like what actually works on the road, man.
Yeah, you can shout out the other venues. I'm not a hater.
Oh yeah, no, 808, man. Well, I'd like to make sure that I'm not trying. I know you're not a hater, but I'm on my media training right now.
No.
Like, there's other places, but Room 808.
No. Because shout out to Hotbed, DC Improv. Like it's all very positive. One thing I've learned is like, for comedy, you need a community. You need like other rooms. And I'm hoping that these conversations can push things forward with like the local politics.
Yes.
And hey, man, our guy made it. Winston, he's on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's a win for everybody.
He
gets exposure. Dude. Hey, man, I'm on tour the past 3 years. I made some money. I opened up a club. It's nice.
It's a good club.
People get stage time here and
people talk about all over, man. I talk about here a lot whenever I'm on the road or in New York and stuff. Like this 808 comes up like a lot in conversation.
Dude, I was in Alpharetta, Georgia doing Helium.
Yeah.
And I was outside doing meet and greets, and then Emma Willman, she was there. She was in a small room, and she goes, hey, man, like, dude, I've been hearing things about Room 808, man.
Yeah, dude.
And then she was just like, yeah, Winston Hodges, he was like, the sound like, she's like, that's when you're on the road, like all we do is like gossip and talk. Even though it's like we're out in the hallway, why are we whispering right now?
That's so funny, dude.
But it was like, but when she said that, I already liked you, but I was like, damn, that's like really, because I didn't know that. I was like, oh, he's like, oh, he's talking like.
No, man, I'd like to shout out the people that have helped me and have like give us a space to perform. Like, I don't know, man. It's like I'm a big, like I do hustle. I'm a big believer in like you got to work hard, but I also think that like part of the ecosystem of comedy is like, when you're on shows at these venues, whether it's here or Hotbed or the Improv or whatever, I think the reciprocal thing is the venue gives you a great place to showcase yourself. They can bring the audience in, so you may not have to do as much promotional work, but I think you owe it to the venue to like talk positively about it, to do a good job when you're here, to like reciprocate, like, oh, now we're trying to make return customers, like that type of shit. I think it's important, man. I also think it's important to tell people, like, I don't know, people should quit sleeping on DC, man. Like, it's like an incredible comedy city with great rooms every night of the week. And there's some really, really good comics in the city. There's comics that are like, you, me, and several others where it's like we're having actual careers. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we get to live somewhere we like to live and be surrounded by people. Well, you gave me one of the highest compliments I ever received not that long ago, saying like, you decided not to move to New York or LA because you saw me being able to tour out of DC. Yeah, dude. When I saw that it was a thing that was able to be done, I was like, oh, great. Then I'm gonna just stay here and just do the travel, because I'm just happier here. And I do think that like mental health and like just having a good quality of life for me, I think I would like spiral in a city like New York or LA. I just don't think I have it in me. Dude, I don't think I'm not built for that, man. Dude, I went to LA in 2022, met my wife, got my agent and manager, and got the hell out. Okay. Yeah, dude. It was a quick little Navy SEALs operation. I didn't know y'all met in SoCal. I didn't know y'all met in LA. That's cool. Yeah. And she was really cool enough to move out here with me and start a life out here on the East Coast with, no family, no nothing. But she believed in the vision. She believed in like, babe, I own a comedy club there. I can tour. I can build I need a place to do my get my reps in. Yeah. So she didn't really know comedy at all, what it takes. And I don't think most people know how much you have to go up. Yeah. You have to go up a lot. What it requires to build a set. And every night off is like sacrifice isn't the right word, because it's like, I do like spending time with my wife too, but like every night off is like, hey, like it's not just like, oh, I'm taking a day off work. It's like, hey, like this stuff is exponential, like how much better you get every time you perform.
Oh, so I was going to ask you, like, so, you know, it's well documented. You're a killer on stage. You're doing your thing. You're at a high level. There's a theory that like sometimes comics have like something wrong with them that like that pushes them to this level of like comedic, you know, prowess. So what's your mental illness? Do you believe in that theory? Do you believe that comics have to have something, you know, whether it's like a childhood thing, or like some type of trauma, or is it possible you could have like a great upbringing? You were like the homecoming king. You were voted best look, like, and still become like a world-class comic. Is that possible?
I think it is possible a little bit. Like, it's like I have a good background. Like my family was great. Like I have no negatives about my upbringing at all. But I think it's not even about the upbringing. I just think something has to be a little off. And I think my thing that's off is it's like I really, really like need people to like me. Like it is a thing, and I do think it's just like for whatever reason, and it wasn't because I didn't get enough love as a kid. My parents were so loving. My family's still loving.
Well, what about at school? Were you bullied?
No, not really. I mean, I was up just joking, like I was being funny and having fun.
Yeah.
I've always had good friend groups or whatever.
To be fair though, you grew up in a small town.
It is tiny, yeah.
So it's not that big of a crowd.
No, it's not a big crowd. They didn't have a lot of options. Yeah. We didn't have a lot. Yeah, it was either me or like two other guys. So you had to pick which one. But I do think for me, it's the mindset of like, I want to be liked. I want to make people proud. And like, so my mental thing is like, I'll be down on myself about like stuff that I should be happy about, where it's like if I have a good set, it never feels good enough, or like getting on this Netflix thing is a big deal, but it also like my brain's like, oh man, I wish I'd have made top 4, like, oh, I wish I could have won, but even though my brain's like, oh, it doesn't matter.
But where does that come from?
Exactly.
Like what's going on? Like know. You don't know?
I don't know.
You haven't talked to a therapist about that?
No, that's so funny, because every time I've had a therapist, I never talk about any of that stuff. I always talk about other shit. I probably should start talking about.
Well, the only reason why I'm just curious, because that's probably what intrigues me about you, because you know, you are the funniest comic in DC, but also the hardest working. And the funniest thing is like, because I know a lot of funny people, but the hardest working is a thing that like I'm more interested, because I'm a hard worker too.
I also just like it, man.
Huh?
It's rewarding. There is like my dad was a really hard worker. All the people in my family, immediate family, have always worked really, really, really hard. And I'm someone that like in jobs that I haven't liked, I don't work very hard. Like I am, like every job I had, like that I didn't like, I never worked really hard. I worked hard at teaching and I worked hard at comedy. And it's because it feels good and I like it. It's just like, oh, but like, man, I used to work at a car dealership. I didn't work hard at that shit at all. I didn't care about that fucking job. That job was trash.
What kind of cars were you selling?
Dude, I wasn't even selling. I was in like the service department. So if your car was messed up, you would come talk to me and I'd be like, oh, it's going to be $2,000 to fix it. And I would just get yelled at every day. Mm-hmm. And then so I would just be like, whatever, man. I would be cutting deals that I had no ability to cut deals on. I'd be going into the ticket and changing what the price is and be like, oh, I guess the computer messed up, man, because I didn't feel like getting yelled at anymore.
But so the next job was teaching. That was the one that like you were passionate about.
Yeah, it was good, man. That was the first job I ever had where I was like, if comedy doesn't work out, I will have a job where I'm not going to be miserable. Like it's like it feels good. But comedy, man, it just hits different, man. Just being on stage and it's just fun. I'll go to bed at night being like, oh, I got to do 5 sets tonight. Yeah. Oh, I did 5, and my brain's like, ooh, other people only did 3, and I got to do 5.
So I met you at Big Hunt. That's probably where I saw you first. Yeah. I don't even know if we talked like that, but it was like around 2018. Yeah. You were like getting spots like towards the end of the show. Yeah, I would get like, so I got in there first when I was coming up with like, I would come up to watch Chris Allen. So like Chris was my friend, so he would get spots. And my first time at Big Hunt, I got thrown on by one of the hosts on like a Wednesday or a Thursday because the show needed to start and there were no other comics there. So Chris was like, Winston's a comic, he can go first. And so I went up, did a little 5-minute set, and then I met Sean and people. And so the way it would work is I would get one spot whenever I was working the Improv. So if I was working the Improv, Sean would let me send a message and be like, hey, I'm going to be in town if I could get one of the 11. And it would just always be at like 1:35, right. 1:40 in the morning. Right. But I'd be hanging out all night. I'd be there the whole time. But those are some good, I mean, for me, I can't speak on your experience, but like, those were probably like the peak moments for me in DC comedy because those were like my boys were like Chris Milner, Dylan Meyer, Benji Himmelfarb. That was like my crew that I came up with, like best friends in comedy.
Yeah.
A lot of tragedy around that group. And that kind of like set the tone for like the rest of my career because Dylan passed away tragically. Chris Milner shortly after got deported.
Yeah.
And then Benji just quit comedy.
Yeah, he just quit stand-up.
So my entire core friendship group
just gone.
Yeah. And so it was almost like, and then I had my glow up, right? Like not that long after Benji quit.
Yeah.
And it was like, damn, dude, I'm on the road. I'm selling tickets. And none of my boys are around.
Yeah, they're not like they're either gone or passed away or not doing it. Yeah, that's got to be nuts to have like that big. Because I'm the opposite, which is like I'm in this like cool moment and I'm trying to enjoy it, but like all the people that I do it with are still around, and it is like a weird. So like I'm thinking like, oh man, it would be weird to like go through like this big moment, this big opportunity, and then look around and be like, man, you're like the only person that either made it or stuck it out. Which is crazy, dude.